Hey guys, and welcome back to the Next Gen channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing leaked maps in GTA 6.
So out of nowhere, the GTA 6 map might have just been leaked. This is either the actual GTA 6 map or it is one of the longest cons in gaming leaks history. I'll start at the beginning. 2 years ago, I believe in December of 2018, this tweet was posted and the Twitter account was 1985, and they posted two imager links with the hashtag Vice City and the hashtag GTA 6. Those two imager links, we have this one that says 1985, and it's got a picture of two islands there. And then also there was this picture, which was a picture of those same two islands, but with, I guess, some more artwork of the islands almost looking like a MS Paint type of deal. But it's just fleshing out what some of the other islands would be and how they would look. And of course, at the time, a lot of speculation. Clearly, the one at the top left is supposed to be Miami. I'll show a side-by-side comparison of that picture compared to the actual Miami, and you can see it definitely does look right. The island to the right, people suggested maybe that's just another sort of tropical island. And then the island at the very bottom, you can see on the far right here, that picture is what all of the whole map put together would look like. That could be maybe Cuba or one of those Caribbean islands down in that part of the world. But this is all we had back in 2018, and given the fact that, again, it kind of looks like the rest of this was drawn in Microsoft Paint, it was very easy to say, all right, this could be GTA 6's map, but it's more than likely not. Fast forward 2 years to yesterday, and just keep in mind the picture of this bottom map, because yesterday, again, out of nowhere on 4chan, this image was posted. This image wasn't posted with any text. It wasn't posted saying it's GTA 6. It literally was just this image. And if we take a look at a side-by-side comparison between that bottom sort of MS Paint image and this one, they are almost identical, which kind of confirms that this image is sort of in the same set as this original GTA 6 leak.
Anyways, if the Project America's leak, which is the first ever GTA 6 leak from 2018, holds true, then I can imagine this being South America. So, based on these two images from December 2018, everyone has always thought that this was fake. I'm one of those people. I am everyone. And, I'm usually pretty open-minded about certain things, but when I would see this image, when it pops up on Reddit, GTA forums, or, say, Google Images, I just automatically skip over it and write it off as fake because it's old news, and that's that. Well, on October 9th, just a few days back, this image, or this map, resurfaced, but this time it had a facelift. So 1 year and 10 months later, things have changed and it has been updated. The map that did resurface is of that island that I just mentioned could be South America.
Another thought I had regarding what we see, this is the up close view, and you can see the main city part is at that top left-ish part, and then everything else kind of just appears to be like a swampy sort of area, and that would make sense for Vice City. But it almost, if we go back to the bigger version of it, it's almost like it would be too swampy. I mean, you can see the gray areas. I would imagine that is where like the city part, the towns would be. So you do have a couple of towns, right? The main city at the top, you have a littler town on this like bay part. The bottom, there's just another smaller town. And I guess that makes sense if you just look at Los Santos, right? You have the main city, you have Paleto Bay, the top, and then you have Sandy Shores, the three main towns. It would make sense if there's three sort of main little towns. But I don't know if I would want to have the entire rest of the part some sort of swampy area. And it's not like you could really do mountains. There's not really any mountains in Florida. So it is mostly just flat, swampy area. Let me know in the comment section, looking at this map, what are your thoughts on it? Again, I think we all, for the most part, can agree this is fake. Although there's that 1% chance it's real, because the two people separately posted something very similar. But if this was the case, would you like this? Or would you like it to go back to the way it was, where the islands were all kind of right next to each other? Or do you like the way Los Santos is, where it's just one big island? For me, I like the multiple islands because you have actual uses for the like the boats and stuff in the water. And Los Santos, you really don't have much use for it because nothing really, the rivers don't interconnect and it's kind of annoying. But if you had these islands back again, you could use that. You could use planes. I think things would be much more varied, which would be nice.
And that is Rockstar has formed a brand new studio. We'll talk about what this could mean, how it could affect their most popular games like Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, and a whole lot more. So this report is coming from the website The Gamer. I will leave a link to that in the description. But the article goes on to say Rockstar Games now owns Ruffian Games and has rebranded the studio as Rockstar Dundee. So in case you guys don't know, Ruffian Games has actually been working with Rockstar since last year, assisting in the development of some Rockstar titles. So they ended up putting this tweet out back on October 11th, 2019, so really just about a year ago today, where they retweeted the Twitter account Scottish Games. The team at Ruffian Games is hiring. They're looking for engineers to work on unspecified titles for Rockstar Games. Find out which roles are open at the Scottish Games Network, and then of course they ended up retweeting that. So that was about a year ago when this company, Ruffian Games, ended up working with Rockstar. So the reason that this website, The Gamer, was able to find out about this is according to a company's house listing, the studio was actually rebranded as Rockstar Dundee on October 6th. So GTA 5 expanded and enhanced, Red Dead Redemption 2 remastered, Grand Theft Auto 6. Who knows what this new studio is going to be working on? I can imagine if it is for a big-time future project, that this is just good news. The fact that Rockstar has more talented people on their team, that can only mean good things for the games we love. Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, and so much more. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in this video today, it's kind of unrelated to the first bit of news, but it is actually Amazon Prime Day, and Rockstar has a good relationship with Amazon Prime. As you guys know, they do all their Prime gaming discounts and bonuses on a weekly basis. Well, right now, GTA 5 is going cheap across consoles for Amazon Prime Day. So I'm sure you guys already own GTA 5, but if you don't, the game is heavily discounted on both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as a part of the Prime Day event, which is a 2-day site-wide sale that sees discounts across thousands of products, gaming and non-gaming alike. And GTA 5 is looking to be one of the most heavily used deals going. Obviously, the game is a major hit now, even 7 years after its release. And so what's cool is you can pick up the GTA 5 Premium Edition for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, both for like $25. I think the Xbox One version is like a little bit more expensive. The PS4 version is like $25.99. The Xbox One version is like $26.13 or something like that. It's not that big of a difference at all, but that is a huge deal. So if you don't have the game or you want to give the game to a friend, and you also want to give them like the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, which is what the Premium Edition comes with, well, this would be the perfect opportunity. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. The game is about 38% cheaper than normal. So take advantage of it while it's here over these next couple of days, because otherwise this deal is going to expire relatively quickly. So let's actually begin with that new listing that was found. This actually comes from the website pushsquare.com. And Push Square is a PlayStation news outlet. They talk about everything about Sony and the PlayStation, PS5, PS4. And under the games category for PlayStation 4, there's actually a listing for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's pushsquare.com/games/PS4/Grand Theft Auto 6. And you guys can see here that this is what it looks like. You can see that there's no cover available, obviously. Grand Theft Auto 6, parentheses, PlayStation 4, system PS4, publisher Take-Two, developer Rockstar, and then under game ratings, it has 0 user ratings, R review NA. And then under overview, you can see status is rumor, and then also known as Grand Theft Auto 6 with the Roman numerals VI. And there's a couple of other tabs as well, like overview, reviews, news, screenshots, and discussions. The only thing that has anything is news, and that's when Grand Theft Auto 6 is brought up in the news. Like, for example, back in October 2018, when at the time, one of Rockstar's co-founder said that he was thankful he was not releasing Grand Theft Auto 6 in the United States' current political era. So to a degree, this section of the website is still used, and you can access it, but they don't know anything that I think the rest of the world doesn't know here. In fact, I think it's highly unlikely that GTA 6 is even going to be a PlayStation 4 game. I mean, at this point in time, we are essentially weeks, if not just barely a month away from the next generation systems being here. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and also Xbox Series S. So I'd find it highly unlikely that Rockstar would ever try and go back and release a game for the PS4. I think at this point in time, whatever they do going forward in the future will be for the PlayStation 5 and beyond. I mean, they're even re-releasing GTA 5 on the PlayStation 5, the expanded and enhanced version. So if they're doing that, there's no way that they would develop GTA 6 for the PS4. That just doesn't seem very likely at all. And again, they did leave the status as rumor. So at this point in time, I think this is just a placeholder page, not something we should get too overly worked up about. I don't think this website knows something that we don't. And it's just very weird that this current generation console, the PS4 and the Xbox Series X, will not be getting a new Grand Theft Auto title. Like, sure, we got GTA 5, but that originally came out for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.